Come to Vietnam. Come to Indochina. You see art, we see life.
In the 19th century, Vietnam was colonized by France, but during the Second World War, Japan occupied Vietnam but respected French authority because it was collaborated with its ally, Nazi Germany. After the war, France attempted to reassert its control, but failed, and Indochina War broke out, that ultimately lost. The Geneva Accords divided that country into two, North Vietnam and South Vietnam. In 1976, Vietnam was unified under the government of North Vietnam and was renamed the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Officially known as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, is the most eastern country of the Indochina Peninsula in the Southeast Asia. Vietnam has boundaries with China to the north, Laos to the northwest, and Cambodia to the southeast. Vietnam has a population of more than 18.8 million people, which put him at number 13 of the most populous country and also on the list of next 11 economies, according to the growth of its gross domestic product at 6.18% for 2010. That's the reason that Vietnam is the second country in the Far East in the fastest economic growth and the first Southeast Asia. Vietnam has more than 86 million people by 2010. The capital of Vietnam is Hanoi, and its official language is Vietnamese. It's also spoken English and French for business. Vietnam has 58 provinces and 5 cities. Furthermore, major cities are Ho Chi Minh, Haiphong, and Da Nang. Its currency is the Vietnamese dong, and the weight of the state is a socialist republic. The main religions are Buddhism with a 55%, Taoist with a 12%, and Catholic with a 7% of the population. Finally, National Day is on September 2nd. The form of greeting is a handshake, but sometimes both hands are used, which is to convey the greater respect. It's not advisable to give palm to the back, arm, or take as a symbol of friendship. Especially do not touch the head of a person because according to the Buddhist religion, there's like God. And Vietnamese are very punctual. Even they go to the appointment 10 or 15 minutes before the doodle time. They are very proud of their country, their culture, their beautiful scenery, and their gastronomy, which are topics of a suitable conversation. Vietnamese prefer to talk about the future than the past. That's the reason that you shouldn't talk about the Vietnam War. Since opening up its market, Vietnam has been one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. Vietnam became a full member of Association of Southeast Asian Nations on 28 July 1995. Vietnam was officially admitted to Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation in 1998, and over the past 12 years, APEC and Vietnam has made impressive progress in investment, trade, and tourism. And also, Vietnam has a TLC with the USA and with Chile. Vietnam currently has 14 major ports, of which 12 are seaports and only 2 are fluvial. These ports are Port of Haiphong, Quang Ninh Port, Cam Pha Port, Dong Tam Port, Port of Khao Lang, Port of Dai Hung, Saigon Port, Kai Mep, Nha Trang, Port of Bangui, and Da Nang Port. But there are enough deep water ports, which are ports that are more than 20 meters in depth. This avoids that exports and imports of Vietnam have to travel through other ports in other countries like Singapore, South Korea, and Malaysia. From the above description, we realize that Vietnam needs deep water ports. which is why one of the best options to invest in Vietnam, through the provision of ports and into a deep water port. But what is the right port? Then the answer is in the port of Da Nang, because it's a seaport which also is in a strategic location for export and import of goods for trade in Vietnam. The port of Da Nang is located in the city of Da Nang, in the east of the country, and its support through the granting is this can be a port hub because you can improve the infrastructure, getting more teams and machinery required for handling and faster handling of containers, and achieve increasing productivity of the port of Da Nang.